Yo, this is Edworld369. Came to tell my vision once again. And today, I just had like a couple of things that I wrote down. You know, I gotta make a video, trying to make videos. You know, so like, I'm just speaking. You know, maybe you gotta hear this or something. You know, I feel like I was just, for somebody or something. You know, there's a reason why I'm like, it's coming to my mind to be like, I want to make a video. I don't know who it's gonna be for. I don't know who is even gonna listen to it. You know, maybe they're like, like, what the heck are you talking about? But I don't really care at this point. But yeah, the first thing was to have like a clear mind. You know, move through life like just, clear, like you can say like your intake, what you're eating. It's like could be clearing, like fogging up what you really gotta be doing, you know. And like what you're watching, all these type of things, you know, because it all interferes with where you have to go and what you're trying to do, you know. So like when you have a clear mind, you could say that it's like you have less distractions, you have less like things that are holding you back, you know. So you're more focused. You have a goal, you know, clear mind. You know what you have to do, you know. And it's like you get there more, you could say you get there quicker, you know. You know, so it's like, yeah. All right, and number two, these are just things that I just like wrote down, you know. And I don't know, maybe you gotta hear this, you know, cause yeah, clear mind, moving with the clear mind. Be moving different now. So. All right. The second thing I wrote is like to learn, study, teach, talk, live, and be. You know. So it's like basically just learn. Like, there's like a certain, like there's like laws, and because they can go deep, but like get the wisdom and the knowledge, you know. Look, search, you know. And once you like learn and you like study all these things, you know, then you could say then you're able to teach it, you know. It's like you have like something to give, you know, because you put your time in to search, to learn something. And when you like have that knowledge, you know, that wisdom, you basically have something to teach. So you can give that to someone else. And you can do that by like sharing your experiences, talking about it, you know, with other people. And that like it shows like what you know, you know, and what you know is like adding on to somebody else's knowledge, you know, whatever you could say. That's like you just talking about it. And sometimes I know it's like hard to really like talk to people about this, you know, like teaching. Some people just don't understand, or like it doesn't just get into their mind, you know. So it's like it could be kind of difficult to teach what you learn, because like for me, I feel like I know a lot, where I know like certain things that a lot of people don't really know, you could say, because I like studied them, like I looked them up. But the hard part for me was to be able to teach it, you know, be able to give it to somebody so they can understand it, you know. Because I remember I would like try to explain this stuff, like the stuff that I knew, the way to live, you know, like, oh, why aren't you living this way? Like, I'm living like peaceful and shit. Like, why can't you live this way, you know? And I feel like I didn't know how to teach. Like, instead of saying like, oh, you can't, you're not like on my level, you know. Instead of doing that, like I wanted to be able to let people understand me more, like, because I felt like I was just talking to walls, you know. But it was really me not being able to explain it correctly, you know. Because like people have different ways of understanding things. People are different, you know. So I was like, you know, looking up how to teach people, how people learn, like how people's mind works, you know, images, you know, all these like weird things that I like, had to really go into so I could learn, so I could be able to teach it as well, you know, because I knew that I had something in me that I could give to people, you know, and I felt kind of selfish holding on to it, you know, so I like kind of had to let it go, you know, give it to whoever needs it, you know, whoever could grab onto it, you know, whoever gets the chance to see this, you know, because it's like a part of me, you could say, expression, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you teach, you learn all this stuff, and like how I was saying, like talking is hard to explain to people. You can also, like once that happens, like you're like, yeah, people don't understand me, blah blah blah. You start to just be this person, you know, that you are studying to be, you know, or that you're trying to become. You have to have like a goal to like what you want to be, who you want to become, what you want to know, you know, because yeah, like this also, it all like with all these things like learning, studying, teaching, talking, living and being in all this process, you really have to like trust God, you know, because a lot of the times I didn't know what I needed to learn or what I needed to tell someone or what I needed to teach, what I needed to be, what I needed to live by, you know. So in this process, you really have to like trust God, make sure like you have a clear mind in this process as well, you know. That's like the first step, clear mind, you know. And once you start learning, teaching, you know, you start like rewiring your mind, you know, in a way, you know. So you just have to like kind of trust it, you know, become the person that you're supposed to be, you know. Listen for things, you know, see who the things that are like to gain your interest, you know, and just go deep into it, you know. You just like, all right, I want to learn about this, you know. Who knows why, you know, as long as you're like interested, focused, able to learn it, you know, understand what the heck is going on, you're able to like digest it, so you know, like, because I feel like a lot of times we hear things and it's like, I don't even, that's boring or whatever, you know, blah blah blah. But then you hear something and it's like, I gotta like, I want to see what that's about, you know. And you get like intrigued, like, oh, yeah, that's where you gotta go. That's what's leading you to that. That's the trust God part. Trust yourself, know, you know. And then when you're like, you know more, you're able to express it, you know. Be that person, be that thing, be it, you know, express it. And you don't really have to speak, you know. Your actions and the way your fruit is bearing, you know, the way the things that are coming with it will show that you're, you know, will show people around you that the way of life, the way that you're living is inspiring, you know. People will wanna, hey, what, how you live, why you live, how you living like that, you know. What, like, I'm interested, you know. And people maybe, they probably won't even tell you, you know. They'll probably just be like, oh, I'm just gonna copy what he's doing, you know. It looks like it's working for him, you know. And a lot of times, like, people don't follow their own path, you know. That's why you have to like trust God. Cause some things that work for me don't really work for everybody, you know. So I feel like you have to be able to understand yourself, you know, and like really trust like that soul part. You could say like God, trust in the process, you know. And yeah. I'm just gonna go to number 3. Yeah. The third thing that I wrote down. It's I was gonna say what I wrote. Yeah. People try to take advantage, forgetting who you serve. You know, like a lot of the times people they know. You could say like that you're special or something is weird about you. You know, and you could say like sometimes you're like a fountain. You know, peace, your love, like you're an abundance of all this peace, love, calm, you know. And you can say a lot of people like that, you know. People are attracted to it, you know. And you have to kind of be, you have to like know where they give your energy and where people are just taking, you know. Because I feel like, yeah, God will show you those people, you know. And I feel like sometimes people, they forget that you're working with God and they don't know what you're doing behind closed doors, you know. So I feel like, yeah, since you, what you call it, ring right here. No, but yeah, like people just try to take it. Don't, I mean, you don't really have to like worry about that because you know the person that you serve, you know. But then sometimes they don't know how close you are with God, you know. So they will take advantage, you know. They will see you as like a lick, you know, like someone like you, like someone you see a lot of money. So oh, they probably won't need that. Let me get some of that, you know. So you just like take advantage, you know. You like give them a hand, they like start asking for too much, you know. And it's like God will be like, yeah, you kind of gotta like stop with that, you know. You're like giving too much. You gotta like chill, you know. And like, yeah, he'll show you. And number 3, I don't know who need to hear that. That people take advantage, forgetting who you serve, you know. And with this one, it's the fourth one, the third, fourth, yeah. It's that you're not like the weakest link out of like a lot of people, you know. Like just because you could say like if you are like quiet, you're more observant, you know. You just you're not like in the mix. You're not like someone that's gonna get involved in like someone's interactions. You know, you're not trying to save the world either, you know. But you know, when sometimes people will try to step on your toes, you know, and just because you know you don't look like you're all out there or whatever, you know. But you know, because like sometimes you have to like build confidence, build self, you know. Once you do that, I feel like, yeah. But it's like a little process, you could say, you know. You're not like the weakest link, you know. It's just, you could say, your mind. But people will perceive you as the enemy, you know. Even though knowing, you know, like just because you're like all hidden, you know. People assume, you know. And a lot of the times you're like one of the most wisest in the room, you know. People just don't know. People just, you know, you don't have to show it really, you know. But you're not the weakest link, you know? You have to know that you have something to give in that space that you're in, you know? You're there for a reason, you could say, you know? You're here with something to give, you know, something extra. So you're not the weakest link, even if people look down at you and you're like, hey, you know, you have something powerful. Just gotta tap into that, you know? And then the last one is, it's kind of like, makes it's like weird to me, but I don't know. Yeah, it's all good, you know, just letting it out. Seeing these little things, you know. Just saying, yeah. And the last one is God gives peace, but also like let go. You know, learn to not hold on to these things, you know, because you can have so many problems, or you can you would have there's like times that you have to have problems, or you have to have like sad emotions or feel these things, you know. But when you were like with God, he'll give you peace, you know, when you're like going through it, you know. So knowing that they'll give you peace while you're like letting things go, you know, while you're like feeling them, while you're like letting them come through your body, you know. I feel like God will give you the peace so you can go through that process, you know. It'll probably be like your body trying to tell you no at first or something, you know. It's like your body always resisting change or whatever, you know. But God, he'll give you like that peace to be able to let it go. Let go of whatever's holding you back, whatever's like not for you, you could say, you know. So yeah, I feel like God will give you peace. So it's okay to feel it and go through it, you know. And yeah, I guess that's it for today. You know, I don't know who needed to hear one of these things, but if you heard it, that was for you. This is Edworld 369. Came to tell my vision once again. Yeah, I was key.